All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Elite Eclectic Football to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know who's alive and eBay Live. Also, need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Sorry about the slight delay in getting started. There are a lot of Xfinity trucks outside, so I was trying to figure out if we were good to go or not, but so far we haven't had any disconnects or any problems. Box number one. Start off with Earl Campbell, die cut, 9 out of 10. KC Conception, 2 of 8. Dean Connors, 3 of 7. And Malcolm Simons, 2 of 4. Box number 2. Jared Gibson, 3 of 6. Jordan James, 6 of 8. Elijah Surratt, 10 out of 10. And dual auto for Jamal Haynes and Haynes King, 4 of 4. That's gotta have been hard in the locker room. Of all the names that you could call out, and there could be like multiple people with the same name, Haynes isn't the one I'd have gone for. Fingers crossed for Tez. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got. I have faith. I don't know. Calling up Victoria's Secret in the locker room might be pretty good. Randy White, 2 of 2. Rodney Hammond Jr., 2 of 4. Cameron Seldon, 6 of 6. And Jalen McMillan, 2 of 8. I mean, we had a guy we called Speedo in high school. Strictly because he wore Speedos. Weird guy. But really great cornerback. No, Randy White. Different kind of white. That one was for the Cowboys, I think. Malachi Nelson, 4 of 8. Ooh, Hollywood Smothers. That's a great last name. Well, first and last name. That's a great combo. 1 of 1. I like how that looks. Roman Wilson, 7 of 8. And quad auto, Jordan Waters, Hollywood Smothers, Noah Rogers, and KC Conception. 7/7. We got some great names coming up in college sports. Hollywood Smothers, the coldest to ever do it. Back in my day, we just had Jaquiz. Baseball has some crazy ones as well. And of course, can't forget the name that is going to get a lot of people canceled in the future. Noah K. coming up. Courtesy unpulled spots. Those go to our local boy Matt. He just comes by and picks up the stacks after a couple of days. But he'll pay us whatever he thinks the value is of the spots, which is like, if it's going unsold for $1, it's not like really worth too much. Nick Evers 4/6, Ryan Flournoy 4/10, Chandler Morris 4/4, and Juju Lewis, nice, 4/9. Yeah, he started off as just like joining the breaks off eBay, and then he realized we were close by, so he does like bulk listing on eBay. I will not shout him out though. Not a sponsor. Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna do with just like stacks and stacks of cards that aren't worth $1, basically? So it's a pretty good deal for us. We don't have to do anything with them. We just put them in a pile, and then he comes by and grabs them. Jonathan Brooks, 8/8. Hey, looking for Tez? We got some Tez. Tez Johnson, 7/9. Isaac Wilson, 3/6. And dual autos, Sam Levitt and Cameron Skedaboo. 1/4. Box number 7, just crossing the halfway point. Jordan Travis, 2/4. Omari Hatcher, 2/2. Audric Estime, 8/8, and triple auto, Marcel Reed, Cyrus Allen, and Jabre Barber, 1/5. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Every now and then we'll run into an issue where like a spot doesn't get listed. Normally, because Leaf doesn't put out like completed checklists, like right before the product release, they tend to update it afterwards, and there'll be a couple of players that we have to add to the break spots. That happened with who was it? It was somebody in this. Jordan Faison, I think. Where he just wasn't on our checklist from Leaf, but he was on Leaf's checklist. And that was one of the few times that we like won't ship to that guy or like hand it off to him. Then we'll basically just pull that out the pile and give it to the person who had the other person. Sabian Reed, 2 of 4. Blake Shapen, 1 out of 10. Cam Miller, 5 of 5. And Cameron Ward, nice, 5 of 9. Is a week to ship plus travel time about average? For most places in the country, yeah. The downside is we have a new like major shipping hub, or I guess post office hub that was built last year and has caused a ton of like slowing down and problems. So it's the average for like, assuming you're anywhere that's outside of like the South, or even if you're over like in Texas or something, it's gonna be like a week. Jerome Miles, first on card we've had so far. I have 7 dogs. Hell yeah. Thanks for letting us know, man. 57 out of 100. That's the kind of info I look for on an inscribed card. I don't want to see like 2-time All-Star or something. No. Tell me something about yourself. Brandon Power Nicolosi, 4 of 4. Doesn't allow 8 of 9. And Luther Burden, high ceiling, 1 of 1. Yeah, my favorite so far has been the inscription for Deuce Knight, where he drew up his favorite play. Box number 10. Trey Benson, 3 of 6. Caden Durham, 7 of 8. Jonah Coleman, 2 of 2. And dual auto for Jaden Blue and Jarrett Gibson. Nice. Box number 11. Yeah, I think it was just like a pretty basic curl route, but it was well drawn out. Gruden would have been impressed on his whiteboard work. Jamie French, 3 of 6. Jake Brenningstool, 2 of 10. Jabri Barber, 5 of 6. And Chris Henry Jr., 1 of 9. And final box of the break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. After this, do a hit recap and then take care of the randoms. Elijah Haven. What's your why? Let's get real deep with it on a Monday morning. Brady Schmiegel, 6 of 10. Malik Williams, 8 of 8. And Jalen Milroe to close us out, 2 of 9. All right, that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here and being part of the break, as always. For the hits, Malcolm Simmons, Dean Connors, Casey Conception, Earl Campbell, Elijah Surratt, Jordan James, Jarrett Gibson, Randy White, Rodney Hammond Jr., Cameron Seldon, Jalen McMillan, Roman Wilson, 1 of 1 for Hollywood Smothers, Malachi Nelson, Juju Lewis, Chandler Morris, Ryan Flournoy, Nick Evers, I'll go over here, Isaac Wilson, Tez Johnson, Jonathan Brooks, Jordan Travis, Umari Hatcher, Audric Estime, Cam Ward, Blake Shapen, Savion Reed, Cam Miller, Jerome Miles, Luther Burden, 1 of 1, Dylan Laum, Brandon Fowler-Colosi, Jonah Coleman, Caleb Durham, Trey Benson, Chris Henry Jr., Jabari Barber, Jake Brenningstool, Jamie French, Elijah Haven, Jalen Milroe, Brady Schmiegel, and Malik Williams. And for the duals, triple, and quad, headed to random.org. Sam Levitt and Cameron Skadaboo, Haynes King, Jamal Haynes, Jada Blue, Jared Gibson, Marcel Reed, Cyrus Allen, and Jabray Barber, and Jordan Waters, Hollywood Smothers, Noah Rogers, and KC Conception. All right, that is it for football. If you are in Stars and Stripes baseball, that is coming up at the top of the hour, so stick around and stay tuned. We're going to go to random.org real quick and get these guys to their rightful homes. Get you back here in a few seconds. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Get me through a hard draw for us. We're going to go 3 times on each random. Short, sweet, to the point. Good luck. Starting off with Sam Levitt and Cameron Skedaboo. A 1, a 2, and a 3. Cameron Skedaboo coming out on top. Congratulations. Haynes King and Jamal Haynes. Bottom row. Jamal Haynes taking it home. Jaden Blue and Jared Gibson. Final roll. Jaden Blue staying on top. For the triple, Marcel Reed, Cyrus Allen, and Jabray Barber. Final roll. Jabray Barber sticking on top. And the quad, Jordan Waters, Hollywood Smothers, Noah Rogers, and KC Conception. Final roll. And it'll be Jordan Waters taking it home. Congratulations. All right, we are on to 2025 Panini Stars and Stripes Baseball. We'll be back with that here in just a second. We do have more football breaks from Leaf up and running, as well as at the end of the month, Leaf Metal 2025, brand new set coming out as well. Look forward to having you back in here again sometime soon, and we'll see you back here in about 60 seconds for baseball. All right, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Community Stars and Stripes baseball to get into. Before we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and eBay live. There we go. Come on. Oh, well, this isn't going to end well. But that's all of them. Look at how well they stacked. Not well at all. Ha. There. All right, we are good to go. Good luck, everybody. That is a kaboom to start us off. And it's Ethan Holiday. Boom. Kaboom. Jaworski Lane Jr. Trent Grindlinger out of 25. Danny Dickinson. Malachi Witherspoon out of 50. Chase Cotton. Jackson Hoyt, and Xavier Mitchell. Box number 2. Carter Shoes out of 30. Gavin Fine. Trent Grindlinger. Brandon Yaksa. Nate Snead out of 199. Darrell Carrion. Jackson Hoyt. And Tucker Bevan out of 199. Box number 3. KJ White out of 50. Grady Emerson. Gabe Davis out of 199. Kyle Johnson. Andrew Breck. Chase Cotton. Hudson Alpert. And Jumbo Patch Josh Hammonds. 32 out of 53. Tyler Brimner out of 50. Jaworski Lane Jr. Alex Harrington. Dylan Bennett out of 199. Hunter Harrington. Devin Diaz out of 199. Jared Grindlinger and Tucker Biven. Isaac Vidal out of 50. Eli Willits out of 199. Anthony Murphy. Eric Segura out of 199. Josh Hammond. Carson Fletcher out of 199. Jacob Seaman out of 199. And Samir Muhammad. Box number 6. Ethan Armbruster, 10 to 13. Drew Burris out of 199. Blake Bowen out of 199. Liam Peterson out of 199. Aiden Stillman. Denton Lord. Griffin McCain. And Matt Scott, 50 out of 50. Anthony Martinez out of 50. Drew Burris out of 199. Rhett Lauder. Nice. Liam Peterson. Andrew Getty out of 199. Gary Gibson. Griffin McCain. And Jumbo Patch for Gabe Davis. 22 out of 65. Noah Spalding out of 30. Ethan Holiday, patch auto. Gabe Gakel out of 199. Kyson Witherspoon. Andrew Breck. Connor Salerno out of 199. Hudson Alpert out of 199. And Dylan Wood, jumbo patch, 40 out of 55. Box number 9. We've got a gold out of 10 for Patrick Forbes. 5 of 10. Judson LeBron out of 199. RJ Cope. Ben Avalette out of 199. Jordan Martin. Cole Dunlap. Isaac Vidal out of 199. And Parker Leoff. Box number 10. Ethan Bingaman out of 30. Daniel Savet. Tyler Spangler. Austin Weiss. John Stowers. Camden Bowen. Josh Owens. And Tegan Scott. Jackson Hoyt, 5 out of 13. Rookie Shepherd, Ethan McIlvain, Dominic Vogel, Stephen Millen, the monster, Derek Smith, Luke Esquivel, and at a 199, Pablo Torres. Box number 12. Kyson Witherspoon out of 30, or out of 50. Luke Stevenson. Carson Bowman. Ethan Bass. Miller Green out of 199. Cooper Consiglio out of 199. KJ White and Parker Leoff. Peyton Oshizaki, 8 of 13. Javorski Lane Jr. RJ Cope. Dylan Wood. Julian Cazares. Gary Gibson out of 199. Luke Armijo. And Wilson Anderson. Cooper Ramel out of 50. Joey Volchko. Slater DeBrun. Coleman Borthwick out of 199. Steele Hall. Dylan Loy. KJ White. And Tyson Moore. Box number 15. Andrew Breck out of 30. Devin Taylor. Carson Bowman. Braden Yaksa out of 199. Jackson Matthews. Dexter McClellan Jr. Josh Owens. And Noah Spalding out of 199. Box number 16. Jamie Arnold out of 30. Kason Cunningham, Zion Rose, Dylan Wood, Hunter Watson, Carter Schaus, I guess, Jacob Seaman, and Nixon Warren. It's a hard one to decide if it's Schaus or Shoes. Dominic Vogel out of 50. Jaworski Lane Jr. out of 199. Ethan Bingaman. Anthony Martinez out of 199. Tucker Long out of 199. Colton Chrisman. Josh Owens out of 199. And Tegan Scott out of 199. Parker Leoff out of 50. Bo Peterson, Tyler Spangler, Brady Marietta, John Stowers, Chase Cotton, Jackson Hoyt, and Nixon Warren. Jordan Martin out of 50. Devin Taylor out of 199. Alex Harrington out of 199. Braden Yoxa. Hunter Watson. Ethan Armbruster. Luke Esquivel. And Tegan Scott. Final box of the break. Box number 20. After this, we'll do a hit recap and go over every single card from the break. So stay tuned if you missed anything. Jacob Seaman, out of 50. Merrick Houston, out of 199. Carson Bowman. Ethan Bass. Matthew Matthias, out of 199. Carson Fletcher. Jackson Hoyt. And Meriden LeFew to close us out. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here and being part of the break as always. Really do appreciate it. We do have more cases of this up and listed. So look forward to having you back in here sometime soon in the near future. All right, hit recap time. We got a lot of them. All right. For the hits, Xavier Mitchell, Jackson Hoyt, Chase Cotton, Danny Dickerson, R. Dickinson, Jaworski Lane Jr., Malachi Witherspoon, Trent Grindlinger, Tucker Biven, Jackson Hoyt, Daryl Carrion, Nate Snead, Braden Yaska, Trent Grindlinger, Gavin Fine, Josh Hammond, Hudson Alpert, Chase Cotton, Andrew Breck, Kyle Johnson, Gabe Davis, and Grady Emerson. Gabe Davis, Dylan Wood, Hudson Alpert, Connor Salerno, Kyson Witherspoon, Andrew Breck, Gabe Gakel, Ethan Holiday, Parker Leoff, Cole Dunlap, Isaac Vidal, Jordan Martin, Ben Abelet, Justin LeBron, and RJ Cope Jr. Tucker Biven, Jared Grindlinger, Devin Diaz, Hunter Harrington, Dylan Menete, Alex Harrington, Jaworski Lane Jr., Samir Muhammad, Jacob Seaman, Carson Fletcher, or Kassan Fletcher, Josh Hammond, Eric Segura, Anthony Murphy, Eli Willits, Matt Scott, Griffin McCain, Denton Lord, Aiden Stillman, Liam Peterson, and Drew Burris. Blake Bowen, Rhett Lauder, Griffin McCain, Gary Gibson II, Andrew Getty, Liam Peterson, Drew Burris, Tyler Spangler, Austin Weiss, Josh Owens, Tegan Scott, Camden Bowen, John Stowers, Danny Savette, and Noah Spalding. Ethan McIlvain, Rookie Shepard, Pablo Torres, Luke Escobar, Derek Smith, Steve Monster Millen, Dominic Vogel, Parker Leoff, Cooper Consiglio, KJ White, Miller Green, Ethan Bass, Luke Stevenson, Carson Bowman, and Luke Armijo. Wilson Anderson, Gary Gibson, Julian Cesares, Dylan Wood, RJ Cope, Jaworski Lane Jr., Dylan Loy, Steele Hall, Coleman Borthwick, Tyson Moore, KJ White, Joey Volchko, Slater DeBruyne, Devin Taylor, Carson Bowman, Braden Yaxam, Jackson Matthews, Dexter McClellan, and Josh Owens. Jacob Seaman, Nixon Warren, Carter Shoes, Hunter Watson, Kason Cunningham, Zion Rose, Dylan Wood, Josh Owens, Tegan Scott, Colton Crispin, Tucker Long, Anthony Martinez, Ethan Bingaman, Jaworski Lane Jr., Bo Peterson, Tyson Spangler, Brady Murrieta, and John Stowers. Chase Cotton, Jackson Hoyt, Nixon Warren, Devin Taylor, Tegan Scott, Luke Esquivel, Hunter Watson, Ethan Armbuster, Braden Yaxon, Alex Harrington, Jackson Hoyt, Meriden LePew, Matthew Matthias, Kassan Fletcher, Ethan Bass, Merrick Houston, and Carson Bowman. Carter Schuse, KJ White, Tyler Bremner, Isaac Vidal, Ethan Armbruster, Noah Spalding, Anthony Martinez, Ethan Bingaman, Peyton Oshiaski, that one, Cooper Ramel, Kyson Witherspoon, Jackson Hoyt, Jamie Arnold, Andrew Breck, Dominic Vogel, Parker Leoff, Jordan Martin, Jacob Seaman, out of 10, Patrick Forbes, and Ethan Holiday. Kaboom. And that will do it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for being here on a Monday. Really appreciate that. Hope you have a great start to your week, and we'll look forward to having you back in here sometime soon. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks.